Greetings everyone, Ken McAuliffe here for Capital Audiofest 2024 with Mark Henninger behind the camera for Stereophile magazine. To my left, the legendary Bill Voss of Technics Business Development USA. And Mark and I got here early before Bill did, and we took over the room and started playing vinyl, and other people came in. It turned into kind of a party, and so Bill just ran them out and locked the door. So we can talk about the new Technics 1300G turntable, SL1300G, a new pair of active speakers in the back, as well as some amazing gear from Accuphase and Amphion. Bill, take it away.
Thank you, Ken. Great to have you here, and thanks for joining us at this year's Capital Audiofest. It's good to see you folks. Yeah, we're introducing two new products to the public here for the first time on the East Coast anyway. We had a press release for these early in September, and now we're following it up with a show presentation here at Capital. And the turntable is the focus, with the SL1300G being the second addition to the fourth generation of Technics direct drive. And the fourth generation has built on the coreless direct drive principle that we've introduced with the 1200G and our third generation of coreless motors in direct drive. This is the motor that comes from the 1200G. And we've included this motor as the drive system in the new 1300G, but we've added a Delta Sigma digital drive system to it to control the speed and the accuracy of the motor, further removing more micro vibrations. It's hard to believe that after everything we've done by removing the core from the motor and having an iron coreless motor, that we'd still be able to find a way to remove even more micro vibrations, which is a very important thing when you have the platter directly attached to a motor. So the work that was done on that aspect of it, we've also bolstered the circuit board with some additional structuring that we borrowed from the SL1000. And so we learned a few things there that we could improve on. And also it's not quite a 1200G with all the fortifications that model has, but we've also kept the platter from the 1200G. And that's kind of an important part of the story, because it's a three-layer platter with a layer of brass, aluminum die cast, and bulk rubber compound on the inside, so to avoid any vibrations and resonances. And if you notice the style, and if you know the story and history of Technics with the 1200, we've removed the pitch fader, we've removed the target light, we removed the strobe light, the strobe etchings from the platter, and it's a hi-fi style turntable. But we kept the VTA from the 1200G, and we've kept the tone arm design, but it's a aluminum arm instead of a magnesium arm. So with all that in mind, and having that new motor in a two-layer plinth, we needed to structure the aluminum die cast. We bolstered that with more rigidity so that it can handle that extra torque of that motor. So what you have is pretty close to a 1200G performance with these new features. In addition to that Delta Sigma drive, that fourth generation of direct drive includes a new power supply, which was also borrowed from some of our other models in the line. And it's a digital switching power supply to remove more noise, any noise that could be left in the electrical side of it. So those two things combined give us a level of blackness that just lets us hear into the grooves as well as possible. Also things in the 9 to 14 hertz range would be, those micro vibrations is where you might see the spike kind of come down a bit with this new Gen 4 technology. So this is what's really special about it, and I've been listening. I'm really enjoying the sound of it. The people at the show have been enjoying it, and we've got it out for review at a number of places, so we're just waiting to hear what the experts say next, and we're just very pleased with it. What else can I tell you about it? A couple of little things that we've improved on is just connectability. So in the back of the turntable where you connect the AC cord and the RCA connections, there's a little easier access to connect larger AC cords. Comes with a hinged dust cover. We're not using that for demonstration. And it comes in silver and black, interchangeable head shells. That's pretty much the story on the turntable, and the price is $32.99 retail, $3,299. So, and I don't know if you're going to record any audio, but
yeah, we should.
We're using a Hana Umami Red, thank you, a moving coil cartridge, which is almost as expensive as the turntable. So it does its due diligence in performance. So that's the story with the turntable. I believe this presentation, we are using Accuphase integrated amplifier and Amphion speakers. I can't tell you too much more about that, but our sponsor here is Alma Music and Audio in Sterling, Virginia, and in San Diego, California. So they're very happy to have us in their room showing these new products as well, and we're as happy to be here. The other product we're showing are these new Technics active networking loudspeakers. These are called the CX700. And it's our first endeavor into a pair of active loudspeakers. We've had networked multi-room systems like SCC50, SCC30, SCC70 Mark II, but these are now separated into a left and right channel. They're digital amplification. They're 100 watts of total power, 60 watts to the woofers, 40 watts to the tweeters. It's a coaxial design with a new ring tweeter. And the port is located in the front of the loudspeaker so that they can easily be put into a shelf or cabinet without causing any, problems with placement. The material on here, this is not just a paint. This is actually called Dynamica. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Or it's kind of like a suede-like material that can easily be brushed away, any fingerprints and things like that. We make them in 3 colors. This is the gray. We have a black and a terracotta, which is a rust color. And these are just some generic stands. We don't make a speaker stand for these. But as far as controllability and interconnectivity, they all work with an app. Essentially, these speakers, when you get them out of the box, you just plug each one into the wall for power. And you open up the Technics app and you load them on your network. And literally less than 10 minutes, you're ready to stream just about anything available. So from internet radio to podcasts, to Spotify, Tidal, Qobuz, Deezer, what am I missing? Amazon, Google Cast, Roon Ready. Everybody at the show is loving the Roon readiness of these speakers, and it works so flawlessly. And what else can I tell you? Oh, Technics has a phono input, moving magnet phono input, right? So very important part of this, so you can enjoy virtually everything that you can. It has auxiliary inputs as well. You can Bluetooth to them. You can AirPlay to them, and you can. They do high resolution with, like I said, wirelessly. But if you want to take it that's a 2496 high resolution with an umbilical Ethernet cable. You can connect the left and right speaker and get 24192, higher level of high resolution. And it comes with a handheld remote as well, pretty nice quality, not a little credit card. Handheld remote to operate everything. If I turn it on for you, you can see how the touch controls will light up, and they're capacitance touch, so I can switch from network to Bluetooth to optical, HDMI, USB, aux, phono. Speaking of HDMI, that's another thing. So we're here at an audio show. I haven't seen a television anywhere, but if you brought these to your room where you have your television, you can easily take the HDMI ARC out of your television and connect it to the speaker and have whatever your television is showing. You can enjoy and use one remote to control it all. So I can't think of anything we're quite missing here. And you can even connect a PC or a device to the USB in. So all that flexibility is there. I'd love to play these for you. They sound terrific. And there is some new technology. As I mentioned, there's digital amplification from Technics in these. It's not Class D, it's not Class AB, but Technics digital amplification. And of all those things that we talked about, all digital signals, right? Why do we want to change that digital signal if we don't have to? So everything that you receive in these digitally remains digital through the entire process. And some of the things you may remember from Techniques like LAPC, load adaptive phase calibration, which our amplifiers had, that's done at the factory level because they know the drivers they're connecting, they know exactly how to set the amplifier. So that's not necessary on these, but there's a new digital system involved to help keep the driver reproduce more accurately under extreme situations, or in any situation. It's called model-based driver architecture, model-based driver control, excuse me. And what that does is let the driver behave more accurately compared to a model base. So we have a model base installed in the digital process, and it compares itself to make sure that it faithfully does what it's supposed to do. It's the simplest way I can explain that. It's definitely an engineering level topic, and there's plenty of information about it on our website. I encourage you to take a closer look, but these are things that can only be done when you have a digital amplification, and it's something that we're very happy to have, and I think the effects of it are something you can really enjoy. Bottom line is it removes distortion and keeps a little more accuracy. And there's another great acronym called Balanced Driver Mounting Architecture. And what that is typically drivers are mounted to a baffle with screws to the front of the baffle. What that does is, when the speaker is moving in full duress, it's going to vibrate this baffle. So what Technics has done in all our loudspeakers in the new line is we've put an inner baffle. I'm afraid I don't have the sample with me to show you this, but inside the speaker, we have a couple of things going on. So this balanced driver mounting architecture is an internal baffle that runs the entire inside of the front of the loudspeaker, and that's where the driver is actually mounted to. And the speaker gets pulled against the front baffle, so you got a double effort, and you have reduced any vibration from the front of the baffle. And also, the design architecture of the speaker itself is that it's kind of like a condo where you have a dividing wall in between the units. So the electronics are divided by a wall so that they're not affected by all the activity of the driver and the airflow and the tune port that's inside. So in addition to that, the electronics are all separated for analog, digital, power supply, and phono stage. So everything's been so well thought out here. And I think that's everything I got for you. The AC cords can be upgraded, the Ethernets can be upgraded, so you can have a lot of fun with tweaking them, different stands, and so on. So these retail for $29.99 a pair, $2,999, and we're very happy to be showing them here and showing them to you.
Look at my reach, you forget the things that children teach. Adult time, adult crime, can you leave this hate behind? Look at me young, look at me right, I go to school, it's sometimes fun. I'm reading books, I feed my mind, when I dream is when I shine. I keep growing, I use a young mind. I keep growing, I use a young mind. Look at you shop, look at you spend, watch them all, look at you learn. Love me now and I will grow, I let you swim, you let me run. Look at me grow, look at me reach, you forget the things that children teach. Adult time, adult crime, can you leave this hate behind? Look at me young, look at me right, I go to school, it's sometimes fun.
It's a long song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that too bass heavy, do you think? I mean,
Nope.
okay, I'm just in the woof zone back
Yeah,
there.
that's
Turntable demo.
She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. And when I found what she was headed for, it was too late. She's come undone. She found a mountain that was far too high. And when she found out she couldn't fly, it was too late. It's too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. She's come undone. She wanted truth, but all she got was lies. Came the time to realize, and it was too late. She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. And when I found what she was headed for, Mama, it was too late. It's too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. She's come undone. No, 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 no. Too many mountains and not enough lost the sun. She's come undone. Da 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 what she was headed for. It was too late. She's come undone. She found a mountain that was far too high, and when she found out she couldn't fly, Mama, it was too late. It's too late. She's gone too far. She's lost the sun. Come